beautiful afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon. If you're in Rochester, New York, man, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful afternoon. I was proud of today. Need more sunshine, man. We be having these dark days on the East Coast. Most people that's in like the West Coast and the South, man, they don't really get it, man. How we go through it out here on the East Coast, man. It's harsh. I swear to you, man, it's harsh, especially with this winter, man. It's harsh. But anyway, man, peace to the gods and the goddesses, man. In this lecture today, we're gonna be talking mainly about, I wanna peg people's mind basically about, building relationships within, the form of their self. Some polygamy, some monogamous, and stuff like that. But I really want to get in people's head and, you know, let them know that whatever route that you choose, at the end of the day, that's your route. You and your partner, you and your loved ones, whatever decision that you make at that point in time, that's based on you. Can't nobody really tell you that you wrong. Nobody can tell you that you right. It's all based on how you feel at that moment. But anyway, I just want to get on the powerfulness of, like, how can I say, a monogamous relationship. When you're dealing with a monogamous relationship, you and that person have joined it together as two singular souls, to start a path on a journey of life that you already taken at that moment. Both of you coming to terms, you bring in your baggage, everything that you got going on with yourself at that moment in time, and you mix it all in a melting pot and could join it with each other. You get what I'm saying? You bringing in your frame of lifestyle, and they're bringing in their frame of lifestyle, and both of you are adjusting to each other's lifestyle and putting both of y'all lifestyles together, mixed in one. This is where you come with this is where you come and how some people said, all relationships, are not built. How can I say? All relationships have their problems because at the end of the day, both of you are already adjusted to the life that you was living before you met that person, and now you're bringing the life that you live, your baggage, your thoughts and your opinions, because when you journey through life, you tend to have thoughts and opinions about, other people and the situations that you done been in life. It's called growing. It's called learning. It's called being aware of certain things that happen in life. So we all have our experiences. Now, how we put that experience on the other person lets you know whether or not the relationship is going to work out with each other. Because let's take, for instance, you got a good church-going woman. She meet a thug in the street. He got her attention. She filling him in, whatnot. But if the type of baggage that he brings in affects the type of life that she's living in that time, let's say you selling drugs, you got niggas after you, they shooting at you, you shooting at them. They find out where you live, come shoot up your house. Now, even whether or not anybody in that house got hurt or there was a physical effect on that person, the emotional baggage that is bringing to that person, they at that time may not want to deal with that. Excuse me. It's all about the type of baggage that you bring into a relationship that lets you know whether or not that relationship is going to work out. Now, take for instance, she meet a thug. He in the streets, but he keeping everything clean, keeping everything kosher, and everything is working out to the best of his ability. But on her side, maybe she got a kid and she dealing with baby daddy drama. That brings drama to that man because he ain't gonna let no other man disrespect you. Whatever your baby daddy got a disrespectful mouth, he gonna check him. Even though he'll rather keep the peace, he's gonna check him because of the type of person that he is. If he a G, if he not, he just gonna let the shit roll. gonna say I'm shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But a respectable man gonna demand a respect for the woman in his life, especially if he, trying to build a future with that woman. Or it could be another thing, your living situation, your family, your friends, the people that you chill with at that point in time. That may bring effect where he don't want to be around that. It may be too loud for him. Like me, I'm a quiet person. I could chill by myself all day. So if I go into a situation where there's other people that's acting, a certain way that I'm not gonna act, or that I find uncomfortable in my personal being, I'm gonna get myself out of that situation. Find another stable situation that I could dwell in that will help me. So it's all account on the baggage that you're bringing when you come and build a spiritual relationship with a person. The first thought of it is you have to let that baggage go and know first and foremost that everybody ain't the same. Yeah, we all come from the same source, but you got so many different traits that's inside of people that may have them, even though they went through the same experience as that person, that spirit, their spirit may have dealt with it a totally different way than this other person's spirit. So they may, adjust to life and deal with certain things a different way. You get what I'm saying? So everybody is not alike. So when you come into a spiritual relationship, and when I say a spiritual relationship, both of y'all have to come into agreement that at this point in time, yeah, I was out in these streets, I was doing this, I was doing that, but I'm ready to settle down and I'm ready to build something with somebody. And at this point in time, I feel it's you that I'm building with. You get what I'm saying? So basically, both of you have to let go of all the baggage that you holding on to at that point in time and adjust it to the other persons, especially if you value your relationship. If you don't value a relationship, you're going to do exactly what you want to do, regardless of how the other person feels. Now, you both have to get rid of the baggage, not as in throw it away. You keep it there in the attic, but you have to come to terms that everybody is not alike. This person may deal with certain things different than how the last person in my life dealt with things. You have to come with terms that I have to change myself in order to suit this person, and vice versa. That person has to change their ways to suit with me as well. And then we come to a common ground and we make things change for the betterment of both of our spirits. That's only if both spirits, as in you and that other person, are at terms of where they want to be in life. If you're not at terms with how you want to be at the life, then it's never going to work out. Because you may want to be monogamous, but this person may want to run around and do this and do that, or vice versa. You may not be ready at that time to settle down. So both spirits have to come at a waypoint and have a common goal of journeying through the rest of their lives with that potential person. Once you make that choice at that point in time, you focus on what about that spirit that you can deal with and what you can't deal with. And if it's not in accord with what you're doing, then you have to get yourself out of that motherfucking predicament. Now, as far as like with polygamists, I mean, I see, like I said, you're not right and you're not wrong. All I could do is give you my views and opinions on polygamous relationships. That's being whether it's one female, two men, one man, two women, or more, however you may want to put it at that time. My issue is with that is, yeah, and chill your ears because I'm damn sure about to say this. Even if I want to fuck you all day, I may not want to motherfucking, even if I want to fuck all day, I don't want to have to deal with all these personalities. I don't, you never know what that person's going through at that time. And certain things that you don't want to deal with. And the two things going wrong at the same time, basically, you dealing with two attitudes at the same time is never going to go. I understand the financial benefits of having relationships like that, but I feel that I'd rather just build my spirit with one person at that point in time and just build with her and, get an insight on whether or not this is the person that I'm willing to spend the rest of my life with. I played the game when I was younger. I did a lot of grimy shit with you, and I'm not proud of that. But it came to a turn right now where when I came into the relationship that I'm in right now, I came in with the mindset of like, yeah, maybe I will still play the game, but if she proved to be everything that I've been looking for at this point in time, then I'm gonna dwell with her and just keep it moving in that accord because I don't really too much like the it's too I'm how can I say this? I'm big on catering, but I'm not big on catering. Like with her, like with my wife, I cater to her all the time. I have no problem with catering. But that's as far as the catering gonna go. If I was in another relationship with another female, once I done catered to her and did everything on her, I'm fixed on her at that moment. I can't take my fixation off of one person just to give it to another person just because they feel that I'm obligated or I feel that I'm obligated. So if I cater to her and she's all that I'm thinking of at this time, I wouldn't be able to give my time to her. When I was younger and I was messing with multiple females, I have one for the whole day, and that's her. Nobody else. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm fixated on her at this point in time. So I can't be in a polygamous relationship because of the simple fact that when I'm when I'm into you, I'm into you. So it's I can't go anywhere around it. But like I said, you're neither right or you're neither wrong. I understand the financial benefits of having three parties who can make money and do something for for each other and their families and their respective families, whatnot, whether or not they got kids or anything like that. But when it comes to the emotional part, I can't be devoted like that to more than one female. I just stick with that one and I'm infatuated on you, and then it's just like that. But you're not wrong if you go inside a polygamous relationship. That's all on you. But only thing that I would recommend is make sure that that's really what your spirit wants, because you don't want to get into a polygamous relationship with somebody and get jealous of the other person. In more cases than not, that's what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna get jealous because they feel that the other person is getting more time than the other person. So it's never gonna work. That's another reason why I stay, with one person. I'm not, into a lot of females and shit like that. But you say one less you chilling with her all day. You give her 5 hours. The other one, she come off of work at that point in time, but she want the rest of the night with you. And you oblige and you do that and you be with her for the rest of the night. And the other girl, she may not be finished with sharing you herself. So it's never going to work. It's never going to work. That's my point of view. That's my feeling. It's never going to work because eventually somebody's going to get jealous. Somebody's going to feel that their time is being cut short. Somebody going to feel like the other person loved the other person more than they love them, and it's never going to work. You get what I'm saying? So that's my point of view on whether or not I'm in a polygamous relationship. It's really, really going to work because it's a lot of shit. But the financial, everybody getting money, I can agree with that. I like that. I like providing. I like being on top of things. I like handling business. So I'm the type of person that I would like that. Everything else, I'm not with that back and forth bickering. Nah, man, you can't. When you come into a dwelling, you're supposed to make sure that your spirit is at ease. And not saying that every situation is perfect. No situation is perfect, but it's up to you to transform your spirit to make it perfect exactly for you. So if it's a polygamous relationship that you want to be in, make sure that your spirit is willing to do that. Make sure that your spirit is a person that's not jealous or not needy or anything like that. And then you do it. If you can handle all of those things, then do it. If, but me, I just can't do it. I can't do it, man. You know. But the basic of what this, this lecture is and this talk with you guys is basically to let you know that, even if it's a monogamous or a polygamous relationship, whatever you want to be in, make sure that you're doing it for the betterment of you. Make sure you're doing it for the betterment of that person. Make sure that it's just not some fad that's on your mind at that point in time that you want to fulfill and being curious. They always say curiosity killed the cat. So don't jump into something just because you're curious on seeing what it's about, because it may be detrimental to not only your health physically but mentally, to where you totally fucked up for the rest of your life. Besides that, make sure that your relationship is built on trust, advancement, spirituality, and love. With those things, anything can be possible. Me and my wife, we went through a hell of a lot of shit. I'm not even gonna bring it all to the table. We went through a hell of a lot of shit when we first got together, and still go through a hell of a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, is what I see out of her. I know at the end of the day, this is a person that I know that when I'm old and gray, I can rely on. Not as in a using sense, but I can rely on them, like just to be there and to be, whether it's comforting, just regular conversations, no matter what it is, I know that I can go to her and that she won't shun me away. She won't be like, boy, get out of my face. I don't want to talk to you. I know that our relationship will never get quiet because we both tend to be loud when we into our shit. So, you know, I made that point at my time. I made that point at the time in my life where I came to realization like this is where I gotta be. I'm not gonna go to these other situations. My spirit gonna dwell here. My spirit is gonna adjust to her, and I pray that her spirit adjusts to me, and hopefully it'll work out. And we going on 8 years strong. So, you know, a lot of people don't even make it a year. The majority of my past relationships didn't even go a year because I got tired of the person. So I'm not tired of her, and I doubt I ever will be. But just any situation that you put yourself in, as it pertains to relationship-wise, people, all I would like for people to, give more heed to and think more about is this really what your spirit wants? You will make a lot of better decisions that way, and your heart won't be in risk that way. And analyze what their spirit is telling you to. Analyze them. See what they really about. It's not, engage in as much conversation with that person so you could be able to tell if that's the right situation that you want to be in for the long run. Unless you just want to hit and run. That's another scenario. Be safe though. It's your boy, man, signing out, man. Peace to all the guys and the goddesses. I hope y'all have blissful relationships. If you're in a relationship right now, go give your partner a hug. Go give them a kiss. Go show them that you love them. If you fixated and you content, show it to your partner. And demand it out of them too. Because it's just not a one-way street. Both parties have to be willing to come and communicate with each other and mesh everything together in order for anything to work, whether it's monogamous or polygamous, whatever you want to call it. No matter what name you got it for. If your spirit ain't in it, it's never gonna go right. So save yourself the trouble and fixate your mind on something that not only you really want, but it really wants you. Yes.